I have a question.
Yes,
Sure.
ma'am.
Recently, well, just yesterday, my cousin, she has been a licensed foster care placement for the state of Mississippi, and she was handcuffed and threatened to be held for 24 hours in a courtroom recently because of proceedings that occurred that she was told she didn't really have to attend because they were upset that she didn't bring the child that is in her care or was in her care. So my question is this. She's wondering if she needs to go, if she thinks there was an abuse of power that took place because they threatened her as the foster care placement, and they threatened to take away her license. They threatened to hold her for 24 hours in jail, and she's wondering if there's if y'all think that she has any rights, recourse of getting an attorney, or does she need to just file through CPS? Because it's caused a lot of mental anguish for her.
Nikki, sounds like it was a stressful day, to say the least, for that. Matt, what are your thoughts? Feels like there's a lot to unpack here.
No, there is, and I have a lot of thoughts on that, having been a judge 20 years myself. I guess first thing I want to say are, judges are people too, and the men and women that serve on the bench, it can be a very stressful job, and quite frankly, they have good days and sometimes they don't have bad days, and we have a lot of great judges here on the coast, and they take that responsibility very seriously and do a very good job. It sounds like for whatever reason that judge thought that your cousin was not in court or didn't show up in court when they should have. That's kind of the general gist I'm getting.
Right.
And judges, they get pretty, when people don't show up for court, it kind of derails the whole process, right? I mean, due process requires that people have their day in court, and I know it can be very frustrating for everyone involved when you have, when people are subpoenaed and brought in and their lives are interrupted to brought in, and then folks don't show. I'm not saying your cousin did anything wrong and did anything wrong in any sense. I'm saying it appears that the judge felt that your cousin, knew and didn't show. But but listen, there are a lot of reasons why you don't come to court. Sometimes you don't get proper notice. Sometimes people make mistakes. So this might have been just a misunderstanding.
Right.
Kind of hard to say.
Matt, maybe she doesn't need an attorney at this point. It sounds like.
I don't think so. I mean, with a foster person, sounds like she probably is a little bit comfortable with the legal process, and
right.
And if this was just a misunderstanding, then I'm sure that the judge at some point will give her, her cousin an opportunity to kind of explain what happened and those kind of things. And it sounds like maybe it was just a tough day for everybody. Who knows? I know the courts in particular right now are under a lot of stress with COVID and that kind of deal. And so I wouldn't quite frankly lawyer up at this point. I think maybe just make sure she attends the court hearings, make sure she's not not late, on time, those kind of things, and always err on kind of call. You can call the courts, the clerk's office, and say, hey, do I have court? They're happy to help and kind of direct people. So I would do that, and then give kind of an opportunity to get the right information so everyone at least is operating with good information.